Well, it happened. If you don't follow me over on Instagram, where I post about this already, I'm letting you know here. For some reason, folks out there don't want all of us to be great. And so the playlist that we had for the podcast was taken over by some folks, and all the songs were deleted and new songs were added. Guess who's mad about it? This guy. It's all good though. We're trying to take care of it to get things back up and running. So hopefully in the next episode or two, I will have more information about that. But you know what? It's all good. We're not going to let it kill our vibe. We're going to keep pressing on. So let's get into it. Take 21. What's good, peacemakers? Welcome back to another episode of the Piece for Peace Crafting Podcast. I'm Michael, and this is my fun little yarny corner of the YouTube world. For anyone who is returning, welcome back. And for those of you who this might be your first time joining us, welcome, and I hope that you enjoy all of the fun things that I have to share with you all today. If you would like to find me, you can find me over on Instagram as Piece4PeaceCrafting or on Ravelry as Piece4PeaceCraft. There's also a group. Sorry, I don't know what's happening right now. There's a group for the podcast over there too. Piece4PeaceCrafting podcast group, I think is the name of it. And obviously if you're here, you can find me on YouTube here, clearly. I think that's it. I think that's everywhere you can find me. If this is your first time watching and you enjoy what you see, please feel free to subscribe, leave a fun comment. I love hearing the feedback from people, chit-chatting with folks down in the comment section. Yeah, I think that's it. Hello, everyone. Welcome back, or welcome. It's been 2 weeks, which I sort of can't believe. I feel like the last time I was here, it was just the beginning of July, and now we're in the middle of July, which is crazy. Things for me have been kind of busy. I had some family that was in town, some of which was staying with me. Then my housemates got back, so it was like a big crossover of just like people being in our apartment, which was great. It was nice to have people that, especially some folks that I hadn't seen in almost 2 years, be able to safely gather and hang out with folks. So that's been really great. I did get some crafting done in that time, and I may have started playing the Zelda Breath of the Wild game. I know I'm 4 years late if you play video games, but that is a great time. And if you play video games and you haven't played that and you have a Switch, I would totally recommend it. It's only been like 3 days, so I'm not very far into the game, but like, it's a bomb time, especially if you like the Zelda games. Anyway, this isn't a video game channel, although maybe it should be. Maybe it could be. Whatever. Other than that, you all, just been hanging out. I got to go to the art museum here to see the Bisa Butler exhibit. She's a quilter. That was mind-blowing. So if you're in the Chicagoland area, you should totally hit up the Art Institute and go check that out. If you're not, I would highly recommend following her over on Instagram. Yeah, check it out. Her stuff is like, it's crazy to see like the images on like in a digital form, but then to see them in real life, I was like, oh, this is what we're doing? Okay, amazing. I could never. So I'm gonna stay in my lane. All right, so enough chit chat. There'll be more of that in a minute. So some crafting's been done. and I'm excited to share some things with you all. Oh, before I get into that, like I said earlier, the playlist, you all, I just can't get over it. So this is bleeding over into the episode too. So if you want, I tried to delete it. I'm not sure because they made themselves the host, whoever took over the playlist. So I think I deleted it, but I need to go back and like triple check. And I'm also writing Spotify an email to let them know so that like no other problems arise. But just like, if you're following it, piece out of it, and I'll try to make a new one, and then we can all jam out together. But I was really bummed about it because like we were having a great time adding some great bops. I was jamming out. And the reason I found out about it is because I went to go put it on because I was gonna do some cleaning, and then I was like, wait a minute, where are all the songs? What's going on? Anyway, absolute disaster. Pissed. We're moving forward. All right, so I have a few things to share with you all today. A couple finished objects, some things I've been working on, and yeah, I have a couple. I got some piece mail from my housemates because they were gone. So I have some fun yarny stuff to show you, but I'll do that at the end. All right, so first thing, I almost forgot about this. So, spinning wheel, back up, and running. So excited. I think I talked about this last time too. I was working on doing a traditional 3-ply. So doing 3 singles and then plying those 3 together to get a 3-ply, right? Here we go. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen this, but I know a lot of people on here don't, so whatever. And if you do and you're seeing it again, woohoo. So here's what happened. Can we even? I'm so shook. So this ended up being about 448 yards. That I did together. So my friend Carrie over at the Creative Obsession, sent me, which I think I showed previously, sent me a braid of Into the World in fiber. It was 100% Falkland, and the color was just pretentious enough. And then I took just some basic gray, and it was 50 Siri 50 Merino. And spun the 50-50 on its own, and then split the Into the World braid and spun those to get 2. And so then this is what came out of it. I'll undo the tiny one, which was kind of wild. I thought everything was going to fit on the bobbin, and then she said no. So here's what it looks like. You get all the different color variations in there. I'm super excited with it. I think it's giving me, when I held it up next to some other fingering weight I had, they look very similar. So I'm going with that. But I love how all the colors sort of blend together to get this really nice multicolored skein. And I posted on Instagram that I've been enjoying, obviously, everything that I've been spinning up, and it's been so much fun, and I love everything. But once I was done with this, I kind of freaked out a little bit because I couldn't believe how good it looked. And it was not one of the first times, but one of the first times that I saw the finished product, and I was like, holy cow, I need that to be something, but I don't know what. So hopefully this will turn into something soon. I'm just so freaking excited about it. I have another braid from them, from Into the World, that is more like reds-ish and grays. And I have some I have another, I can't find words today. And then I have another little, like 2 ounces of some other fiber that I got from, is it Alexandria Art of Yarn? Maybe? I think so. And I've used her stuff before, and it's the same combo of the 50/50. And so I think I'm going to do another 3-ply using those, because this one turned out so well. I mean, why not just try it out again? You know what I mean? And then hopefully I'll have enough, and then get just like a chill neutral, and maybe use those 2 together. So fingers crossed, that's what happens in the sort of near future. Trust me, you all will come along with me on that journey to figure out what will happen with all of that. So that's my spinning. So excited to be back into it. I have some other stuff that I sort of started on the wheel, but that video game has sort of taken up a lot of my evenings. So I need to get back into the practice of spinning in the morning when I get up. Because I've been just like grabbing projects and working on those in the morning. So maybe I have to divvy up my time a little bit, spin in the morning, and then craft in the early afternoon, like knit, crochet in the early afternoon, and then video games later. Whatever. We'll figure it out. So that's all my spinning. Now, some FOs, shall we? You all have seen these. They're finally done. So I finished my socks that I've been working on, which I think I talked about this last time too. Everything that I talk about today, I talked about last time. That's clearly where this episode's going. So these were just a pair of vanilla, they're not vanilla, pair of socks that I did using KnitPicks Felici in the color Rustic Cabin. Super sad that I didn't get more of this because I'm like obsessed with the colors. For these, always I do well, not always, which we'll talk about in a minute. I did 72 stitches, and then I did a 1x1 rib for like, I don't know, 12 rows. And then for these, I did a 3x1 rib, and I can take one off and show again. And then I wanted to switch it up for my heel, and so I tried the Eye of Partridge heel, which I absolutely love, way easier than I thought it was gonna be. And then continued the 3x1 on the foot, and then just plain stockinette on the bottom, and I absolutely love them. And because we love showing this off, in that corner, just a tip in case you don't do it, so sometimes you get the little holes in the corner, especially if you're doing a heel flap and gusset. And so I just pick up an extra stitch so that you don't get that little hole that can sometimes happen up in here. Because like I've said before, we wish a hole would. So yeah, I absolutely love these. I'm super excited to start wearing them. I actually need to take some pictures of them because they're so flippin' cute. Yeah, and I'm so bummed that like I didn't get more of that. Also, I'm waiting for like the new round of the Felici to be released because I'm really on a sock kick right now. And I just want like more of the self-striping. It's so much fun, like getting to the next color, seeing how it's gonna work up. So those are my socks, super excited about them. Yeah, they turned out so well. Very, very happy with those. So that's one down. Next up, actually I'm gonna bring both of these over. So if you've been here for a little bit, you know that I was working on a couple things for a friend that lives overseas. She just had a little nugget, and I'd made what was the name of that? The Gramps cardigan for her new little nugget. And I'd started working on, so that's a Tin Can Knits pattern, and I also started a Flax Light, which is also a Tin Can Knits pattern. And I did like the body of it and then got to the sleeves and I was like, we good. Which is so ridiculous because it's like, it's so tiny that this should have been done a long time ago. Whatever. Anyway, it's finished now. Oh my God, you guys, I can't even. Here's my little sweater. Can we just... It's so flippin' adorable. I just can't. So this yarn that I used for this was all leftovers from my kinship shawl that I knit back in March and April. And so I had some of the yarn left over and I kept the tags, thankfully, and it's the Cloudborne Highland Superwash Sock Twist. So here's the label for that. And it's a fingering weight sweater. The colors are, this yellow is maize heather, and then this is a dark teal, and then this is a silver heather or gray heather. I think it's gray heather. And so basically what I did was modified slightly. So I think in the pattern it's written as just one color. And so since I had those 3 colors, I thought it'd be really cute to just switch it up a little bit. So once I split for the sleeves, I added a little stripe, and for the stripes, I just did like 1 row of a purl bump, just to give it like a fun little playful, I don't know if you can see that texture to it, and then continued on with the body. And then because it was all leftovers, once I got to the sleeves, here, let's fold it this way, it might be easier. Once I got to the sleeves, I wasn't gonna have enough of the teal to do the whole sleeve, and so I just decided flip the 2 and make that the stripe, and then the rest of the sleeve the maize heather color, and I absolutely love it. It's so cute. This is the 6-month to 1-year-old size. It's just like, I can't take little kids' clothes. They're so tiny and so adorable. So this is the Flax Light. Really excited to have this finished because now that means my package that I'm gonna be sending soon is complete. And I'm sure she's gonna love it. So that's really exciting. And because it's a kid's knit, the pattern, if you haven't done a Tin Can Knits pattern before, there's like 45,000 sizes that you can do. So it was cool to see the construction of it and how it works up, especially on a fingering weight. For the small size, so if I ever want to make it for myself, it's like, oh, okay, cool, like this is what we're doing. I kind of want to make the normal flax, so the heavier weight one for me, but like the Flax Light in a short sleeve might be a move. So we'll see. Who knows? I have like 400,000 things that I want to make right now. So it's not one of my priorities, but that's done. And so since I finished that and I knew that the package was going to be going so far, which is also why I made the Gramps cardigan, I decided to make a little hat to go with it. So this is, again, it's just like, it's so tiny. This is the Barley hat, and this is also a Tin Can Knits pattern. This is I think I made the toddler size. So it's tiny. You all, literally, this took me like a couple hours one day. I think I started it like in a meeting, like over Zoom, just like, let me just cast this on while I sit and listen to what's going on. Very cute, very simple. So much like I literally just talked about it. Oh, much like the Flax Flight, this one has the pearl or the like garter ridges on the front. And for me, like a rose is a child size hat, so it went really fast. Thorn for me is, and I will show because not everything is perfect, But my purl decreases were not the best. But I think it's going to be fine. Like, this is knit out of the Vanish Choice. I don't remember the color, gray or something. So it's 100% acrylic, and I made the Gramps cardigan in the same color, and I also used like a blue denim-y color. And so since it's acrylic and it's for a child, which means it's gonna get really dirty probably, it can be thrown in the wash. So I'm sure if I like washed and dried it, it may tighten up the stitches a little bit, but whatever. When you look at it from far away, it's absolutely adorable. It's really cute. I wish I could put it on my head to show you, but I don't want to stretch it out. This is also giving me men on film. It's adorable. We love to see it. Yeah, so this is the Barley hat in Can Knits. I have no idea. You all, I apologize. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Totally worth checking out. I think this pattern's free too, actually, which was really dope. So that's it for my finished objects. It's a lot of little things and finishing stuff, just because I don't know if this happens to other people too, but like if you have multiple things going on, especially tiny things like the hat small, I just need to do the sleeves, which was like, I don't know, 30 stitches or something. And like a pair of socks. At one point for me, it's like, just get things done. Just finish them and get it out of the way. And so like literally I just took a couple days and was like, okay, this is finished, this is finished, this is finished. Let's bounce on to the next thing. So let's do a couple things I'm working on. Let's start here. So I finished a pair of socks. And of course I had to cast on another pair of socks, because why not? So these, I'm just doing a pair of shorties because it's hot out. Although we've been through this, like I'll wear shorty socks in the winter. I don't, that doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me. So I'm using this KnitPicks stroll fingering in the gumball hand painted, and so it's just the light. And this is 75/25 superwash merino nylon, and it's 462 yards for 100 grams. And so here's the color. It's wild. It's crazy. I think I got this yarn in a fiber share swap thing. So someone sent this to me as part of fiber share, and it's wild. It's crazy. It's like giving me all the colors of all the rainbows. And so it didn't come as two. It came just as one skein. And then I wound it up and then set one of them on a scale and just like wound the other one, just to make it easier for myself, because I'm doing them two at a time. So this is going to get a little bit crazy. Let me make sure I don't drop anything. So here's the color sort of being knit up. It's definitely gonna pool, which will be fun. Oh, it's kind of making a smiley face. So this is the gumball color up top, obviously. And then I just took some bare stroll, so the undyed stroll, and I'm using that for the heels, which I just did a regular slip stitch heel flap for these, but the difference is I'm still doing them on a size 1, but I wanted to try to make a slightly tighter fabric, so I'm workshopping doing 68 stitches, 68 instead of the 72 that I would normally do. And for these I just did, since I was switching it up, I did a 1x1 twisted rib on the top, which is kind of fun. I know some people get bummed out about doing that, but like, it's fine. You just like put something on TV and go. So I'm doing these size 1 needles, 2 at a time. I've am starting the gusset right now. So some decreasing is about to happen. I'm really excited to see how it plays on the foot. These are going to be super colorful, which I think is going to be really fun. Yeah, so I just did like 15 rounds of the 1x1 twisted rib. And then I think I did 5 rows of just like plain stockinette. And then I'm going to do the rest of the foot in stockinette too, since I'm doing the 68, just to see how it fits before I sort of add any like patterning or texture or anything like that to it. Just because I wanted to see, playing around. I mean, I think that's a great thing about making your own stuff, right? Is you can just like play and see, and like if they don't fit, maybe if they're a little too snug, definitely have multiple, that I can just give them to, who would love a fun pair of colorful socks. So since these are shorties, hopefully these will be done soon. I won't say by the next episode, but maybe by the next episode. That probably won't happen. Maybe. It won't. It might. So those are awesome. All right, next thing, living in my beautiful sister bag, is my Fantastich. So here's that pattern. I do have that pattern with me. So this is the Fantastich. It's a Stephen West pattern. I'm making this for my housemate's mom because she's been wanting something, and I'm like, absolutely, I would love to make something for you. Hold up. So again, all this yarn was sent to me by KnitPicks. So graciously sent it over. So I'm working it up in this really awesome pattern. Now, okay, here's a bummer that I totally forgot about. That's why this bag was zipped up. I'm in the middle of a row. So I'll try and open it up. I'm in the middle of a row. I had all the colors, right? And so I added the Kine color, which is this greeny color. And when I weighed it out, I knew I was gonna have enough if I held it single to do the shawl, right? But because I'm so extra, I got to one section and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna hold it double and we'll just see what happens. Well, that was not the move, because then I ran out halfway through a row. So I'm waiting for more to come so that, so goofy. You should have just stuck to your original plan. I'm waiting for more to come in so that I can jump back into this. But I can show you all the little bit of progress that I made since the last time. So I'm gonna try to be careful and not drop these. So here's the whole thing in all its glory, where I am so far, right? This one I'm using the KnitPicks Capretta, I think is how you say it, and the Aloft. So it's like a superwash cashmere nylon blend and a kid silk mohair. And the mohair I'm holding double some places, I'm holding single some places, which is why I ran out, because I decided to hold it double up here. And the last time you all saw, I was like down here in this lilac section, which is some diagonal, actually it's showing up really well there, some diagonal ribbing. And then it went into, I don't remember what, maybe like some seed stitch or something, but I held that single of this color. This iceberg, and then a stripe, and then this section that I am stopped on here, I think this side, because there's more, it'd be better to see, are these little polka dots. And so because I wanted them to show a little bit more, I decided to hold the mohair double, which definitely like makes it pop a little bit more. From far away you kind of can't tell, but up close you can see like it's just making little dots in the fabric, which is really boss. So this, because I had to stop doing this because it's so much fun, allowed me time to finish all the other smaller projects that I was putting off because I wanted to work on this bad boy. So this is my Fantastich. It's going really well. I have, I don't know, a few more sections, maybe 5. I'm gonna go with 5 for right now. Like 5 more sections, that includes like the border. And then this bad boy will be done. But I can't work on that until the yarn comes in, which is kind of a bummer, but it's okay because it's allowing me time to like work on other things, which, you know, is a blessing in disguise, I suppose. And also there's no time limit on this. It's just like, get it done when you can. So this has been fun. I am absolutely in love with it. I really do think that I'm gonna end up making one at some point for myself. I just don't know when. Because there's so many things that I want to make. You all... Story of all of our lives, really. It was just like, oh, I want to make this. Oh, I want to make that. Speaking of which, totally random, but I was going through something and, I was going through the closet in our guest room. And I had like some crates that I was moving to another area of our apartment, and I saw a bunch of bags in there with yarn in them. Which, does that make me a hoarder? Maybe, but whatever. I'm okay with it. And I like looked through them and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is all the stuff to make fill in the blank, right? And this happened a few times. I won't tell you all how many, but it happened a few times. And I thought, oh, you should bring this up on the podcast because maybe other people are in the same boat as you. So I know there's a lot of like craft alongs happening right now, whether it's a knit along or a crochet along or a make along, everything along. So I'm thinking, how would people feel about maybe doing another one? So because I saw that I had a couple projects where I'm like, literally either I have the yarn for a pattern, but maybe I don't have the pattern yet, or I have a pattern and the yarn. I'm like, other people must be going through this too, or be doing the same thing. And I thought about maybe, how would people feel about doing a make-along with like things that you bought but you've never got around to making because of like other shiny objects that have been in front of you and stopped you from doing it. I think this would be fun. And if you don't, like, it's all good. Like, I'll do it by myself and it'll be funny for me. But I think that might be fun. Maybe I'm fleshing it out right now with you all, so I apologize, but not really. Yeah, maybe that's what we're gonna do. Maybe we should all go and see. You know what? I bought the pattern and I bought the yarn for this and I never made it. Why? Because I worked on 18 sweaters instead. And maybe we have a make-along of just like, let's just do this. Like, why haven't we done it yet? So I'll figure out a hashtag. Let's say that we'll do it for, what month are we in? July. Let's say we'll do it 2 months, August and September maybe? Yeah, I should write that down because I will forget before the next episode. Let's say we'll do a make-along. I'll figure out a hashtag, August and September. We're making stuff because we have it and we never got around to doing it. I love this idea. More information will come in the next episode because I think I have one more for July. One more episode in July. So it'll be before we can start. Okay, it's starting August 1st. I love this story. It'll be 2 months. Let's make whatever we want. Knit, crochet. You bought a felting kit and you never got around to it? Do it. You want to sew something? Have at it. We'll have a make along. Let's do that. We'll make it only 2 months because October is MCAL season. And I don't know about you, but last year I had so much fun that I want to do it again this year. And I need like all of my focus to be on that. So that's what we're going to do. More details will follow in the next episode. Woohoo, I'm so excited. So go through your things. And if you don't have the yarn for it, but maybe you bought a pattern and you're like, oh, I really wanted to make this, but I didn't buy the yarn for it, that counts. If you have the yarn, but you don't have a pattern, that counts. Maybe you started something and then like, whatever, whips, everything is allowed. This is going to be great. Hashtag in the next episode. All right, you all, that was a tangent. Thank you for coming along on that tangent with me. Disaster. All right, a couple of fun little things that I acquired. So this is a little bit of piecemeal. My roommates, my housemates were gone. And when they got back, they were like, oh, we brought you something back. And I'm like, why would you do that? And they're like, because. So they were in Utah and they picked up, they're just so sweet. Like, love them. They picked up, this is from the Backcountry Knitter. Yeah, Backcountry Knitter. And they brought back these two skeins for me. I'd never heard of this dyer before, and so I definitely like went on Insta. They have an Instagram, which is the Backcountry Knitter. Yeah. And I'll link this shop below. But anything that I talked about, if you've made it this far, any of the patterns and stuff that I talked about will be linked below. I should have said that before, whatever. Y'all know the drill. So they picked up these two skeins for me. These are singles. Each one of these is 415 yards per gram, and it's 100% superwash merino. This one is conifer green. It's very pretty. It's got some, oh, I thought it was speckled, but it's lightly, not really. It's more tonal to me. This one though is called spring pruning, and it definitely has, oh, the backside's better. Let's move this. These fun little blips of like all kinds of yummy goodness in there. So these are cool. I was very excited about this. I have no idea what these are gonna be. You know what they're gonna be? Background decoration for now. So go check out the Backcountry Knitter. I never heard of them, and now I have. And now you have. And see, maybe there'll be some colors or something over there that you like. I'm really excited to try this. I've worked with singles a lot, actually, and I dig them. They're cool. So drapey. So this was the first thing that I got, which was a little bit of piecemeal. And then the second thing, something I actually ordered, like all the words just flew out of my head. So Kevin over at Needles at the Ready, and Bray, I guess it's both of them, but Kevin's dying, had a shop update. And usually I miss out on things like this because I'm not quick enough, because some of y'all are a little bit hungry and like are just at the computer, click, 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 add to cart, and then other folks can't get anything. But I was super stoked that I was able to jump in there and grab some stuff from him. So here are the two skeins that I picked up. I am living for this. This one is called Sand and, they're rolling away. Sand and Sea. Is that right? Yes. And both of these are 100% superwash merino, 400 yards in each. Love these blues. It like makes me want to go to the beach. Maybe I'll do that after. Living for this. This, I'm assuming, is old number 7. Words. Where are they? These for sure are about to be a pair of socks. Like as soon as those shorties are done, these bad boys are being cast on. And I think I don't remember the name of them, but it's a Matt Akers pattern, and these are gonna be those. I've already decided. Super excited. So these were two things that I bought, and I got a little pin to, can you see it? The lighting, to put on my bag, which is super cute. So happy I could cop a couple of these. Very excited. I feel like I haven't bought anything in a minute. That's a lie. Everybody just go ahead and laugh. That is a lie. That is a lie. Michael, why don't you look at all the fiber that you bought that you said that you were going to spend? What are you talking about? You haven't bought anything. Lies. Lies get sprayed. I think that's it, you all, for things that I purchased since I've been lying. Yeah, that's it. Doing my check. That's everything. All right, last up, we're going to do a music rec. Even though we don't have a playlist, I'm not mad about it, though. Because that's how we roll. You can take our playlists away, but you can't take our jams away, right? All right, so yesterday I was, I don't know what I was doing. I was doing laundry. I lied again. And I was playing this album because I just wanted something kind of chill to jam out to. And I was like, oh, you know what? You should share this. So I'm sharing 2017, this Beck album, Colors. I enjoy some Beck, like a lot of it. But I put this album on yesterday and I was really having a great time. And I was like, I think you all would have a great time too. It's obviously newer, 2017. That wasn't too long ago. Great album. It's got like a fun little vibe to it. I feel like one of the songs was used in a car commercial, which tier, but whatever, make your coin. Yeah, it's just like fun. It makes me feel like summer is here. Yeah, I just want to be chilling, hanging out on a porch somewhere, you know? So for me, I'm going to recommend the title track. So the album's called Colors. So the title track, Colors, recommendation. Seventh Heaven is really good. No Distraction, sorry, no S. And Wow. So those are my four. Colors, Seventh Heaven, No Distraction, Wow. Wow is a vibe. Really enjoy it. We love some Beck around here. So go check it out. Beck, Colors. Go groove out. Go make something. Listen to some good music. Yeah. All right, you all. Well, I think that is it for me this time around. If you've made it this far and you haven't already, be sure to do all that fun YouTube stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, so you can be notified about future episodes of when these come out. I'll be sure to do a little bit more planning for this make-along that I decided that I want to do during this episode. So I have more details for you all on the next one. So until then, like, start looking to see if maybe you have something if you want to play along. And yeah, enjoy the next 2 weeks. I hope everyone's doing well. And until I see you next time, make a piece, spread some peace. Peace.